Buoyancy. We know that a solid exerts pressure on a surface due to its weight. Similarly, fluids have weight and exerts pressure on the base and walls of the container on which they are enclosed. Now, have you ever had a swim in a pool and felt lighter? Have you ever drawn water from a well and felt that the bucket of water is heavier when it is out of the water? Have you wondered why a ship made of iron and steel does not sink in sea water, but while the same amount of iron and steel in the form of a sheet would sink? This happens due to buoyancy. Let us try to understand about buoyancy by doing an activity. Take an empty plastic bottle. Close the mouth of the bottle with an airtight stopper. Put it in a bucket filled with water. You see that the bottle floats. Push the bottle into the water. You feel an upward push. Try to push it in further. You will find it difficult to push deeper and deeper. This indicates that water exerts a force on the bottle in the upward direction. Now release the bottle. It bounces back to the surface. Why does this happen? The force due to the gravitational attraction of the earth acts on the bottle in a downward direction, but the water exerts an upward force on the bottle. We know that weight of an object is the force due to the gravitational attraction of the earth, and in this case, the upward force exerted by the water on the bottle is greater than its weight, so it rises up when released. This upward force exerted by the water on the bottle is called buoyant force. In fact, all objects experience a force of buoyancy when they are immersed in a fluid. Now, what should be done to keep the bottle immersed? The upward force on the bottle due to water must be balanced by an external applied force acting downwards. That is, in this case, to keep the bottle immersed, you apply an external force by your hand and balance the buoyant force of the water. Why do objects float or sink on water? Take a beaker filled with water. Take an iron nail and place it on the surface of the water. What do you observe? The nail sinks. This is because the Earth's gravitational force of attraction pulls the iron nail downwards. Now, we know that there exists an upward force exerted on the nail by the water. In this case, this upthrust of water on the nail is lesser than the downward force of the Earth's gravitation, so it sinks. Take a beaker filled with water. Take a piece of cork and an iron nail of equal mass. Place them on the surface of water. What do you observe now? The cork floats while the nail sinks. This happens because of the different densities. We know that the density of a substance is defined as the mass per unit volume. Here, the density of cork is less than the density of water. That is, the upthrust of water is greater than the weight of the cork, so it floats. Whereas, In the previous case, the density of the nail is more than the density of water, so it sinks. So we can now say that if the density of objects is less than the density of the liquid, it floats, and if the density of object is greater than density of liquid, it sinks.